Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel. Today I will be going over one of the most well-known martial arts movies of all time, The Karate Kid. The Karate Kid is a 1984 American film that explores themes of martial arts and self-defense. The movie, which was directed by John G. Avildsen and written by Robert Mark Kamen, features Ralph Macchio as Daniel LaRusso, a teenager who is taught karate by Mr. Miyagi, played by Pat Morita, to help him defend himself and compete in a tournament. The film also stars Elisabeth Shue as Ollie Mills, the love interest of Daniel, and William Zabka as Johnny Lawrence, the ex-boyfriend of Ollie and one of Daniel's bullies. The Karate Kid is the first installment in a popular film franchise. After the success of Rocky, Columbia Pictures approached Robert Mark Kamen to write a similar film and brought on John G. Avildsen as the director. Kamen drew inspiration from his own life when writing the script for The Karate Kid. He was very involved in the casting process and strongly advocated for Pat Morita to be cast in the film. Production for The Karate Kid began in October 1983 in Los Angeles and wrapped up in December of that year. This was Ralph Macchio's second major film role, following his appearance in The Outsiders. The Karate Kid was released in theaters on June 22, 1984 in the United States. The film received mostly positive reviews from critics, with many praising the action sequences, themes, performances, writing, and music. It was also a major commercial success, earning over $130 million worldwide and becoming one of the highest-grossing films of 1984. The movie was a surprise hit and helped to revitalize the acting career of Pat Morita, who was previously known mostly for comedic roles. Morita received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor for his role in the film. The Karate Kid spawned a media franchise and is credited with popularizing karate in the United States. In 1984, 17-year-old Daniel LaRusso and his mother moved from Newark, New Jersey to Los Angeles, California. They meet the handyman at their apartment complex, an eccentric but kind and humble Okinawan immigrant named Mr. Miyagi. At a beach party, Daniel befriends a high school cheerleader named Ollie Mills, which draws the attention of her ex-boyfriend Johnny Lawrence, a black belt and the top student at the Cobra Kai dojo where an aggressive form of karate is taught. Johnny and his gang of friends continually bully Daniel. On Halloween, after Daniel gets revenge on Johnny by spraying him with a hose, Johnny and his gang brutally beat Daniel until Mr. Miyagi intervenes and easily defeats them. Impressed by Mr. Miyagi's fighting skills, Daniel asks him to teach him karate. Mr. Miyagi initially declines, but agrees to accompany Daniel to the Cobra Kai dojo to try to resolve the conflict peacefully. When they meet with the sensei, John Kreese, a former Vietnam War veteran, he dismisses their peace offering. Mr. Miyagi then suggests that Daniel enter the Under-18 All-Valley Karate Championships to compete against Kreese's students on equal terms and requests that the bullying stop while Daniel trains. Kreese agrees to these terms, but warns that if Daniel does not show up for the tournament, the harassment will continue for both of them. Daniel's training begins with a series of mundane tasks that seem to make him a servant for Mr. Miyagi. When Daniel becomes frustrated, Mr. Miyagi shows him that these chores have helped him learn defensive blocks through muscle memory. As their relationship grows, Mr. Miyagi shares his personal history with Daniel, including the loss of his wife and son at the Manzanar internment camp while he was serving in World War II with the 442nd Infantry Regiment in Europe, where he was awarded the Medal of Honor. Through his training with Mr. Miyagi, Daniel not only learns karate, but also important life lessons about the importance of personal balance and the idea that martial arts training is about developing both the body and the spirit. Daniel uses these lessons to improve his relationship with Ollie. On Daniel's 18th birthday, Mr. Miyagi gives him a karate gi for the tournament and one of his own cars. Daniel shocks the audience and other competitors at the tournament by making it to the semifinals. Johnny advances to the finals and wins 3 consecutive points against Daryl Vidal. Sensei Kreese tells his second-best student, Bobby Brown, who is one of his more compassionate students and the least aggressive towards Daniel, to disable Daniel with an illegal attack on the knee. Bobby reluctantly follows the order, severely injuring Daniel and getting himself disqualified from the tournament. The physician checks on Daniel in the locker room and determines that he cannot continue in the tournament. However, Daniel doesn't want to let his tormentors win, so he convinces Mr. Miyagi to use a pain suppression technique to help him continue. Daniel returns to the fight just as Johnny is about to be declared the winner by default. The match becomes a back-and-forth battle, with neither fighter able to break through the other's defense. The match is stopped when Daniel uses a scissor leg technique to trip Johnny, hitting him in the back of the head and giving him a nosebleed. Sensei Kreese tells Johnny to sweep Daniel's injured leg, which is an unethical move. Johnny looks shocked at the order but eventually agrees. As the match resumes with the score tied 2-2, Johnny grabs Daniel's leg and delivers a powerful elbow, causing more injury. Daniel, struggling to stand, assumes the crane stance, a technique he saw Mr. Miyagi perform on the beach. Johnny charges towards Daniel, who jumps and lands a front kick on Johnny's face, winning the match and becoming the new champion. After gaining newfound respect for his opponent, Johnny presents the trophy to Daniel himself as the crowd celebrates and carries Daniel around, with Mr. Miyagi looking on proudly. I hope you all enjoyed the video and are getting value from my content. Please like, comment and subscribe.